technically I'm from Maui, Hawaii. And I guess just growing up in high school, I surfed a lot, pretty much. Like, we got out of high school like half days senior year, and I'd go surfing before track practice. And so that's pretty much me just surfing in Lahaina, and that's kind of what like helped influence me to want to snowboard instead of surf. I guess I decided to go to CSU to snowboard. I'm in technical journalism, and I've also been studying photography in the art department. I moved here about 3.5 years ago for school.
Okay.
And so I started up in college, like, again. And I remember freshman year I joined Snow Riders, and they helped. I didn't have a car, so they helped get me up to the mountains as much as possible. And then sophomore year I got a car and started going up pretty much almost every weekend. And then last year I got in over 60 days snowboarding, so I guess that's how I've started to progress as quickly as I have. It's just by going consistently all the time. It was hard at first because it didn't really relate to surfing in the beginning, but once I started to get the hang of things, then they started to like come together, and that's where I guess my natural abilities started to carry over. And the day before we saw a guy overshoot a jump, and he broke his back at Keystone, and so I speed checked going into the jump line because I thought of that, and I ended up like hitting the knuckle, flipping upside down, and landing on my arm and breaking it in half. And I have 9 screws and plates down both my ulna and radius. Like, so my arm's like all metal. So sophomore year and junior year, I started going to some competitions for fun. I wasn't planning on winning or anything at all, and I still don't really have that mindset. Yeah, I've never really made it to finals or anything, but this year that's my goal. That's at the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Me and my friend were driving down to Wolf Creek, and we decided to stop and try to go like sandboarding, and it was actually really fun. Like, it's hard to get like speed, and you can't really turn or anything, but we finally started to find some areas that were like steep enough to get going, and it was pretty good. You definitely don't want to fall because it hurts me. We found like a kicker that launches you off of a cornice, and me and my friend decided to go off of it. It ended up being like a 30-foot drop, which was definitely one of the biggest drops I've ever done. One of the new tricks that I'm trying to get down this year is hand plants, and so that was one of my first attempts at doing a hand plant. And I guess the best part about snowboarding is always the crew I get to go with. And that's like all the friends of people, or photos of people. And they definitely help push my riding ability and keep things fun and interesting.